All right, so today our math goal is solve word problems involving fractions with division. Please write down what you know in your math notebook and then come back to me. Okay, so word problems that involve division, we know the answer, the total. So if it's a division problem, they give us the answer, they give us the total, okay? Usually, after the numbers, they have the same label. Some of the key words that we know it's division, we know the area, they give us the area. They have the word each in it, how many somethings are in something, out of so many groups, has, shared, groups, how many times greater. Those are all usually keywords that tell us it's division, but the big one is we know the answer and they're the same label, so make sure you look for that. Okay, here's our first problem. One lap around a track is 1/4 of a mile. Nate wants to run 5 miles. How many times must he run the track? Okay, so one lap around the track is 1/4 of a mile. Nate wants to run 5 miles. So this wants to run this 5 miles. That is my total. Okay. And notice I have miles and miles, same label. So that usually means division. And I have a total. So it's going to be division. So it's 5 divided by 4. And remember, we keep the first number, we switch the operation, and we flip the 1/4 to the inverse, which is the reciprocal 4/1, but we can get rid of the 1. And it's just simply 5 times 4 is 20. So he must run around 20 times. Okay, let's take a look at this problem. There is 1/6 of an extra large pizza left over in the fridge. If three friends share the pizza equally, what fraction of the whole pizza will each friend get? Pause the video, see if you can figure out why this is division. We know it's division because we're working on division, but pause the video, see if you can figure out why it's division. Okay, well, hopefully you said we have the total because they said there is 1/6 of an extra large pizza. That's how much there is. There is 1/6 of an extra large pizza that's left in the fridge. So we know that we have 1/6. We have the total. And we have three friends that want to share equally. If you're sharing equally, it's got to be division. So in this case, it's 1/6 divided by 3, which we keep the 1/6. We switch the division and multiplication and we flip the 3. Remember, this could be 3/1. We switch the reciprocal to 1/3 and then we just multiply. 1 times 1 is 1, 6 times 3 is 18. 1/18. So each friend will get 1/18 of the pizza. All right, so you try one. If 1/8 of a pound of uncooked rice makes one serving, how many servings are in a 15 bag of rice? Now you know it's division, right? Try to figure out why it's division and which number is our total. Remember that goes first. Our total always goes first. So try figuring that out and then come back to me. All right. So hopefully you said are in a 15-pound bag. That's our total amount. How many servings are in a 15-pound bag? That's the total. That's how much I have. So it's 15, and you want 1/8 of rice per serving. So it should be 15 divided by 1/8. You keep the 15, you switch to multiplication, you switch the reciprocals, it becomes 8. If you do 15 times 8, you should have gotten 120 servings. Okay. Okay, so now we have 2 divided by 5. We're going to describe a situation that could be represented by the division problem, and we're going to draw a diagram to find the solution. Remember, normally the bigger number comes first, but now that we're in 5th grade, that's not always the case. So now we have 2 things divided by 5. So how can we do that? Well, let's take a look at the next slide. Okay, so here's a situation that I have for 2 divided by 5. I started out with my 5 friends. I have 5 friends who share 2 sandwiches. So the 2 sandwiches is my total amount. So that's my total, 2 sandwiches. What fraction of the sandwich does each friend get? So then I drew my 2 sandwiches and I split them apart into 5 because I have 5 friends that I'm going to share it with. So how much am I going to get? I'm going to get this piece from the sandwich and this piece from the sandwich. So I'm going to get 2 out of 5. And if I do my math, keep the 2, switch the sign, flip the 5, find the reciprocal, I'm going to get 2/5. So I started out with the 5 friends with this one, with the second part, but you can always start, you could say, I have 2 sandwiches that 5 friends want to share equally. So either way, okay, but just make sure that you have those key words in there. You have their total amount, which was my 2, and who you're going to share it with, or if you're going to split them equally. So either way will work. Okay, so you try one. We have 1/4 divided by 2. Describe a situation that could be represented by the division problem. Draw a diagram and find the solution. So go ahead and try it. And if you're not sure, stay with me and then I'll help you. And if you have it, go ahead and do it. And then we'll share tomorrow in class. Okay, so this is what I got. Someone has 1/4 of something. So 1/4 is what you have. And they want to share it, split it with 2 people. Okay. What fraction do they each get? So as long as you have something that you have 1/4, because that's how much you have, and that you want to share or split it with 2 equally, then here's my diagram. I have 1/4, so I did 1/4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here are my fourths. Then I split those fourths in half. And so how much am I going to get? I'm going to get 1/8 of the 1/4 because I only have this 1/4 and I'm only going to get, and I split it in half, I'm only going to get this little piece here. So I'm going to get 1/8 of it. And if we did keep, we keep the 1/4, switch, keep the 1/4, switch, flip, you will see that we get our answer of 1/8. All right. So go ahead and write down what you learned, proof of learning by solving a problem, or a reflection or a question you may have.